Hello everyone, welcome back to the adventures of Hunter S. Kobold. This is part 9, here with Ultraviolent 4. In the last one, I was playing a little bit crazily, made a fair few number of mistakes that could have proved deadly if I were, I guess, a bit unlucky, you might say. We weren't helped by matters though by the devs who shafted us onto Vaults 4, so you can see we've already explored a little bit of the level. And I magic mapped it because I was trying to get the stairs back up. But we survived that. We're going to try to be a bit more sane in this episode. We're going to finish off vaults and then I'm not sure where I'll go after that. We also picked up this +2 Arbalest of Freezing, which is nice. As far as enchanting this goes, if I just do a quick search, there's one enchant weapon scroll in the game. I think what I'll do is I'll wait to finish Vaults 4. So the upgrade over an Arbalest is a triple crossbow. They're very rare though, and if I don't find one here in Vaults with all the Yaktors and all that sort of stuff, and sometimes there are, you can have Vaults in here that have crossbows. I think it's called an armament vault. And I actually think we might have already seen it. It had some axes. So I think it's actually probably unlikely that we'll find... Let's see, was it on this floor? No. I feel like I saw one somewhere where I thought, oh, this is probably the one that sometimes has a triple crossbow in it. Or maybe I'm just insane. I don't know. The point is that I think I'll wait till I finish Vaults 4 before I make my decision on enchanting this Arbalest of Freezing up or not. We might also find just other Arbalests in here that are not freezing. Curse Ring of Loudness, let's get rid of that one. Freezing is a decent brand to have on my Arbalest heading into Depths and Zot. The only other thing that I might prefer over it, velocity maybe. It's like two different things. The freezing's really good against not Yaktors, Draconians, because cold attacks freeze them and slow them. But then freezing doesn't do much against orbs of fire. So velocity is best in that regard. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what I find on this floor and then make our decision from there. Alright, thank you, Spire. Oh man, okay. He's got Venom Bolt. That's fine. He's also got a pretty good chance to confuse me. Failed that. I'm just thinking there's a good chance I get marked here. So how far am I from the stairs? Pretty far. Yeah, so maybe just want to be backing up towards the stairs already. You went invis. Alright. With our dearth of MR at the moment, something unseen opens the door. That's really spooky. I'm going to put my seat and vis ring on first. I doubt that's the Ogre Mage. Interesting. Because he wouldn't have come from that direction. There's a warden in there. I gotta be careful that I don't get locked in here. Yeah, so this is why I didn't want to get marked where I was. Because I would have had these enemies running from this direction and blocking me from the stairs. If we have a look at our MR, we've just got the one. We haven't found any MR items this game, I think. Except for the Shield of the Gong, which is, yeah, we're not doing that. I don't mind so much if I get marked here, because I'm already at the stairs. Good. Alright. There's Gunter's Ghost. He is an adept Vine Stalker with a weapon of flaming. Check him out. Okay, he has a lot of AC and a lot of EV. And can hit for up to 43 damage. That's pretty insane actually. Yet he is marked as a yellow ghost. Let's see how we go. If we fight him here on the stairs, we can always just go back upstairs and he can't follow us. Yeah, we miss. And he's healing. I'm just taking this slow because if he hits me for 243 damage rolls in a row, it's gonna be bad times. I mean, we're getting there. I could summon, but I don't think I need to. We have a lot of summoning though. What if I just make an ornate one? Okay, we got an illusion of ourselves. There's a point that man made to me, which is a very good one, and that was that I should make sure I'm wielding my demon blade when I use the dex of summoning, because if I get the illusion, it means I will be wielding the melee weapon rather than wielding a crossbow. Yeah, so I'm a lot better with two versions of me. There's my long blades to 14, which is at its min delay. So I'm going to focus fighting now. I'm going to turn on armor, turn on invocations. If you're a person who doesn't like lots of skills, by the way, you should probably look away. There's a manual of stealth somewhere. Let's find that. It's on Vaults 2. Let's go get that. While I have a manual, I think it's probably worth it. I wouldn't train stealth here otherwise. But with a +8 aptitude, I think that's definitely worth it. Pick up the manual stealth, and I'm going to turn stealth on as well. +8, that's insane. So yeah, I'm training a lot of things at the moment. I know some people won't like that, but I'm okay with it. Check this new stair. This is around where we were after we got shafted. What are we trying to pick up? I think just meat. Okay, so we need to drop something else again. I'm still wearing my seat invis ring. I shouldn't do that. Got to remember to switch back. If we had come across a fire giant there, we would have taken a lot of fire damage. How about recharging? My digging's only got 3. I want to recharge that. Shouldn't be walking around like this. It's got 9. Do I care about Ice Blast with 1? Not really. I can always use Dex of Destruction where I might otherwise use Ice Blast. So let's drop that. An obsidian statue. He's probably going to be guarding some loot here. He summons demons. He can mesmerize you as well. But they're minor demons. They're not the super scary ones. I'm going to go for it. He hasn't seen me. I'm going to say he's probably immune to electricity. He's resistant. So I'll put a spy down. It may as well help me. We'll see how we go here. It's going to be hard to hit him because he's going to put all these demons in the way. Alright, we get all the shots through them we can. Alright, we did it. That wasn't so scary. What do we get for our troubles? Basically a scroll of ID. Alright, not that exciting, but that's okay. I step through this door so that the warden isn't going to trap me. I mean, well, there's no other way out of this room anyway, so I guess in that sense, it doesn't make too much difference. There's another ruined arbalist. Let's check this one out. Curse -1 arbalist, okay. I don't think that's as good as our +2 of freezing. That's plain as well. Alright. Keep running out of slots. The Nemlex slot games, because I have a royal jelly. Just drop that. Search for arbalist. I thought I saw another one somewhere. No. Okay, it was just that curse one we checked. Legendary destruction. Alright, I'm just gonna leave it. I'm fine having 2 that are stacked, I think. Actually, well, we have an ornate deck of destruction. The legendary one would probably be better. Let's pick that up and let's stack this one as well. First 5 cards, we discarded 11 of them. Wow. So that was a... Oh no, okay, so we discarded 6. I was going to say, if that was a 16 card deck, that's insane. This one isn't so amazing. So I'm going to put Acid first, I guess Necromancy second, and then we'll go the Storm, Wild Magic, the Storm. Alright, yeah, we're done. So then I'll inscribe that, if I can find it here. Do I actually remember? It was Acid, Necro, Storm, Wild Magic, Storm. Is that 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay. Alright, I think that's right. It's like one of those memory tests that you do. Can you remember 5 things for a period of 10 seconds? In this case, barely. Well, I think so. I might be wrong. Oh well, tried my best. Don't summon. You got him. We're approaching 700 bolts. Yeah, more Yaktors. We should never have a problem with bolts for the rest of the game. If I wanted, I could just bolt everything. Ooh, was that? No, it's plain. Okay. Just on the lookout for Arbalest. Every time I see one, I get a bit jumpy. This is a bit scary. I moved back a tile so that it'd get double zapped. Man, okay, well, we failed. Same thing here. The deep troll that steps out to fight me is going to get double zapped by the spire. Oh, see, there's a triple crossbow. That's why we waited. Okay, so have we seen brand weapon scrolls? We shouldn't search like that. I'm going to go scroll of brand weapon. Blinking, no, okay. Okay, so that's going to require a fair bit more training. It's up to 26. I think what I might do for the moment is wait to see if I get a scroll of brand weapon before I commit to that triple crossbow, because we're talking about a fair amount of training, and it's also still going to be a plain one. I don't know. See, the thing is, an Arbalest of Freezing is sufficient. You can win the game with that. In fact, you can win the game with a hand crossbow. So you have to ask yourself, is it really worth the experience? Do we really need it? At this point, I'm not sure. But if we were to brand it, then that would make it even better. He's got an Executioner's Axe. That's not something you see every day. I've been marked because the only part of the level I haven't seen is in front of me. This isn't so bad because I'm not going to get trapped between different packs. But maybe I should be running to the stairs. Yeah, it's probably the safer play. Maybe I should just fight this guy because he's faster than me. So War Gargoyles is scary too. Okay, so I am getting trapped in the middle. I could teleport. I don't really want... I want to try to hold my teleport scrolls, believe it or not. I think there's a good chance that I do Abyss as my third rune, in which case I want all the teleports I can get. So I guess we summon. Okay, legendary summon, let's go. We got the Panlord. Alright, he should clear all this stuff up. We hope. There's a Fire Giant. And we've got, what's that guy called? An Entropy Weaver. This is, I'm happy with the Cacodemon Panlord. I think we've got enough firepower here. Okay, our stealth went up. We didn't get too badly corroded by the Entropy Weaver, fortunately. We're now at 90 HP. This is getting a bit sketchy. My Panlord's still alive, but I've got 2 relatively scary enemies in the fire giant and the Yaktor captain. And then the jumping spider could web me at any point. I think I'm going to summon again. What do we get? A fire dragon and a shock serpent. Yeah, that should do it. I think this will be... Oh, we got the golem as well. Alright. Yeah, okay. That did it. We have a bat. Okay. Okay, it was a shapeshifter bit. I'm a bit spooked. I'm going to leave that room to rest because that feels like bat country again. Alright. So Nemlek's pulling through again with his summoning. Oh, what was that deck? Alright, that was the Ornate Destruction that I dropped. Okay. Fine. I thought maybe I'd been gifted one and not realized. I think that's... Yep, that's our vault's done. Alright. So one last search for crossbow. Just to check that we didn't miss any. There's a triple crossbow that's there. And... yeah, okay. So not really. Alright, so the question now becomes, what do we do? If I want to go into elf, we only have 1 point of MR. With careful use of lightning spire and potentially summons, I can probably somewhat reliably avoid being banished, but it's still risky. Otherwise I'm going into depths, which is also pretty risky with no MR. You get liches who can paralyze you, all sorts of things there. Sphinxes. I think maybe I'd prefer to go to elf. There's a good chance we find MR in elf, because there are often shops that generate and you often get jewelry in elf, so maybe we'll head there. Yeah, but it's a bit rough without MR, but I guess that's what we're doing. At least, even if I do just elf 1 to 2, that should being the operative word, be less dangerous than depths would be, I feel. Alright, so any banishes, we're going to be using spire and summons to break line of fire to try to avoid being banished. And really, if we do get banished, because it's still a real possibility, it's not the worst. It wouldn't be a death sentence for us at this point in the game. We're relatively strong. XL 22, we have almost 10 stealth, and that's rapidly going up. And we have 8 teleports, which is not a million, but probably enough to get us out alive. Alright, I've convinced myself, talked myself into it. Let's head to elf. There are 800 bolts. This is a much nicer feeling. Just do a quick check on my shopping list. I don't remember what was on there. None of those potions I really need. I have a couple of Berserk Rage cancellation. Yeah, fine. Stealth to 10. Your skills certainly go up very quickly when you have a +8 aptitude. So this is another very good like welcome to a branch party that we've got going on here. Let's see what Agnes has. An anti-magic Lajatang. That's a little bit scary. With all the other elves as well. Do I just summon here? My options are I could go back up and pretend that we never came here. I could legendary summon and try to fight. I could dig a kill hole in one of these walls here and hope that it's not just opening another room full of elves. And then I could potentially summon in that kill hole as well. I think I'd like to summon and then see how we go from there. And I'm not going to switch to the sword for this one, because if I do get the illusion, it's probably not good enough anyway. And the extra turn that I'm going to switch might wake elves up. So let's go legendary summoning. We got a few different dragons and a shock serpent. Gonna dig. It did open another room. I don't know about this one. The safer play would be just to go back up and then kind of forget about elf. Or even then try to stare dance things out. It's not great either. What have I got? I've got a bunch of agility. If I quaff agility, let's see how we go. I think maybe we can do this. Yeah, okay, never mind. Shock serpents are just pretty insane. Alright, yeah, okay. There's an invis orc knight here. I'm gonna switch to my C invis ring. Yeah, okay, good. Yeah, alright. I guess once we got a shock serpent, that fight was pretty much won. Shock serpents are pretty insane. And also, my monsters very quickly killed the black one. What's he called? The necromancer one. The death mage. We have seen a legendary deck of summoning. Okay, we want that for sure. Well, let's chuck out an ornate summoning, and we'll pick up this other legendary one. What I could do is, because we've got I was just thinking about stacking 5 on that one. So we could know what summonings we're going to get, but really, no. If a situation's so bad that I really need to know what summoning I'm going to get, I feel like I'd rather just draw 4, because your summons are probably going to be strong no matter what you get. There's Ogrebs. I mean, we got 13 levels. I might just learn it as a... Well, here it is. We have it. We could train poison magic at some point, but I don't really care about that so much. There's Louise, who has probably a very good chance to banish us. 34%. Okay, so I want to put a Spire between us. Let's see if Spire can just beat her. There's Azel as well. So we've got 2 uniques coming, one of which can banish. Let's go straight into summoning. We'll go legendary again, the one that's running out. It's elements. Okay. Yeah, this should do it. Okay. So I'm going to try to stay behind this stuff, because Louise should be coming. He abjured my Spire, and then I miscast it. I want to break line of sight between Louise, and I should have my my sword out when Azel is next to me, because of the venom, the poison damage that's going to occur here. Alright, so we got through that one. We managed... Okay, we got a whole bunch more elves coming. We're kind of hurt. I think we just summon again. I'll step around the corner first, and then let's go in ornate. Yeah, okay, this should be good enough. We don't need anything amazing. I guess I'll keep my scene viz on just against this knight. These guys don't do fire damage. Well, that's not quite true. The deep elf mages can do fire damage. What just hit me there? Just his sword. Okay, that's right. Okay, can we heal up? Oh, Trident of Venom is nearby. Okay. If you guys would just take care of that for me. Okay, good. We're still going. And that guy has Bolt of Magma, so protection from fire ring goes on. Should put down another Spire. Can help out. Alright, good. We're still going. We've got 2 more. Alright, let's ornate summoning again. They're all friendly, so that's fine. Oh, Louise is still alive. I thought she was dead. Okay, so we got Louise round 2. I'm gonna tell all my things just to swarm her. One got banished. Okay, we got even more deep elf mages. Alright, let's go. Ornate summoning again. Okay, we've got a Raiju. Should be okay here. As long as these mosquitoes are having trouble with Louise. Okay, I think they got her. Let me just check. Louise dies. Okay. Alright. I'm going to start walking away from these elves and let my summons take care of them. The deep elf archer. We're okay, I think. As long as nothing else comes. Alright. Can we heal? Yes. We can finally heal. Well, most of the way anyway. I don't know why I even bothered putting the spire down, because it's not going to do anything to it. Alright. And Demon Trident of Venom. You know what? Okay, it's only +0. But that actually might be worth carrying around. We can have 3 sets of weapons. Because sometimes I'm sitting behind my summons, like when I'm trying to block line of sight, line of fire with, say, the Vault Wardens. I was just sitting behind my spire and literally doing nothing. It might be better to use my 7 polearm skill to just try and poke things. Alright, let's do it. So we need to drop something else. Inventory at a premium. I want all these things. The legendary deck of summoning. How about oh no, can't ID that. You used to be able to ID decks. It looks like you can't do that anymore. Okay. I want all these things. What if I drop my scrolls of recharging, and then if I ever need them, I can come here? Yep, okay, that works. And I'll put my Demon Trident on W. So it's just, if I'm in a situation where I'm behind Spire, I may as well poke things like this. So say we had this situation, I can now pull my Trident out and poke it, although in that case it's not actually very good, because the Spire won't hurt the weapon really, so there's not really much point. There's so many weapons in here. Alright, pull out our sword. Here we go again. I'm better off just being in the corridor, so I don't have them all blinking around and shooting at me at the same time. They also repel missiles, so... Oh man, there are 3 of them. My crossbow isn't amazingly strong. We've been slowed. Alright, that's no good. Let's ornate summoning again. We got a dancing weapon. Go again. Alright, that's better. Here we go. Once you get the Catopolis, you just win. Okay, well everything died there. Thank you, Nemlex. Another Death Mage. This has been a pretty full-on elf so far. What is... Okay, that guy was just impossible to kill. I figured I'll just shoot him because I'll probably take a couple of shots and he'll just die, but that was very untrue. Another whole bunch of elves. This is also a vault of some kind by the look of it, because of the stone walls we've got there. There's no jewel in my spire. So many weapons. Stealth to 11. Yeah, okay, we're still getting the book. Yeah, those guys are hard to hit because they repel missiles. Yeah, this was pretty crazy little vault. Looks like it has, well, at least 2 of the downstairs in it. But I thought maybe it might have all 3. Maybe it does. Use spire. No. And we're still going. This has been a really rough elf one. It's a lot harder than average, I would say. Yeah, okay, another full room of elves. It's alright, we can get our spire to shoot down the line. Very powerful with corridors like this. Set that right out. Round 2, spire, go. This is flaming. Holy Wrath. Okay, that's fine. I'm checking these to make sure I don't accidentally miss a distortion weapon on one of these dancing things. And another whole room full of elves. Something invis, well, it might not be invis, it might just be around the corner. But something I can't see keeps hitting my spire. And every time that happens, I get a force more. It's probably just this sorcerer. Okay. That one sorcerer made me do a whole bunch of force mores. There's another legendary destruction. I can leave that for now. I'm carrying 3 around with me already, and all 3 of those have been stacked. Yeah, cool. When and if I run out, I'll come back, pick up this one. Alright, we've got some shops. We don't really need food. This one has nothing exciting, and weapons go hand crossbow. No, we've already got 18 skill for our arbalist. Random dream sheet, yeah, it was a shapeshifter, had to have been. Another room of elves? How many elves are in here? A lot is the answer, I guess. This looks like we've about done elf 1. Yeah, okay, on to elf 2. There's deep water, so I don't want to just... I mean, I have 800 bolts at this point, so I guess I'm not that worried about firing them into water, but still. If you want to be optimal about your bolt saving, don't use tab with deep water around. Okay, there's a banisher. We miscast it. He's just hitting it from out of sight, so I'm going to ornate summon. What do we get? We got illusion. Okay, so in this case I got punished. I should have been holding my weapon. Let's go one more. Alright, this stuff should be fine to not have line of sight between us and the banisher. What happened there? Oh, my spy just got one shot by the acid bolt. Alright, good. That's basically the rough plan to avoid being banished in here. Spire when we can, and then if need be, we throw some summons on top. Holy Wrath. Some random eels there. That's interesting. I definitely want to have my sword out against the venom flare, which is actually 1v1ing me. Let's go ornate summoning again. Alright, so we got a quarterstaff of venom. Quarterstaff, dire flail, fight, go. Looks like our quarterstaff won. Invocations to 14. These guys haven't seen me, but there's no way I'm walking around them to get to the stairs without them noticing. Put a spire behind me to try to keep the knight busy, and I'll see if I can just get up the stairs here take this slowly. Okay, we're pulling 3 up, but that's okay. We only got 2. New spire. We can fight 2 of these guys. We've got our fire ring on. Yeah, good. For this fire elf. Let's go again. Can just pull things up like this. Spire there, so it will hit both of them. Except it won't when they go invis, but in principle, that's how that works. I won't fire that one. This guy keeps making the deathly ghost things. He just doesn't want to step to me at all. There you go. Keep the archer busy. No, he's just being really annoying. Please, there we go. Alright, the electric eels aren't in deep water, so I can fire my bolts at those. Another food shop? I think there have been 3 food shops in Elf. So when I talked about shops spawning in here, that was correct, but they haven't been the very exciting type. These are all just regular weapons. None of them are branded. I'm not going to do hollow blades. You don't get dancing ranged weapons, so it's not like we're going to find some really nice triple crossbow in there. This is a really flat... Ooh, what do we get? Ornate escape. No, having the one I've got's fine. Okay, here's some stuff. Is there really? No, this stuff isn't actually that exciting. There are 3 scrolls of immolation. I guess that's kind of exciting. I've got 2 already. Do I want 3? I kind of do. A lamp of fire is fine. It's probably better than the rod of clouds we have, and they do similar things. Unless you train invocations, your rod of clouds tends to give you just mephitic clouds or sometimes steam, whereas lamp of fire will always give me fire, even if it doesn't last for that long. Bear? Potion of flight, I guess we want that. So we need to drop things again. What can we drop? We're carrying 4 legendary summoning decks. I'm going to drop the one that we've drawn 10 from, and then start drawing from a new one. Alright, so the question is, do we do Elf 3 or do we do Depths? I'm going to magic map this 4 and at least have a look at it. Okay, so we've got no shops on here, a sort of strange looking structure over there, and then this will be the vault. It's got 1 entrance in. I guess we can start doing it. I'm gonna X this out. Yeah, there's a decent chance that we end up getting banished here, but I think I'd still rather do this than head into Depths. If we summon well and use our spire correctly, it probably won't get banished. I say probably, but sometimes, like the first turn, you see one of those banishers, they'll just banish you. So, I mean, we can never guarantee it. I could dig through that wall to sort of bust out on these guys, but no. We'll loop around from the top. Oh, there's a banisher. Okay, so let's try an ornate summoning. Let's go again. It's not quite good enough. Okay, that should do it. And I'll yell. Put down a spire, and then everything go get that guy. No banish for me. Good. Right, so we got that banisher. That's first banisher down on elf 3. Our first demonologist too. Those guys are pretty scary. They can always make fiends. Oh, the spire value, getting 4 elves at once. So good. Oops, I wanted to do my bolt, not step towards him. Again, as much as possible, I'm going to try to use my crossbow to draw elves to me, rather than charging in and fighting packs at once. I mean, that's good practice everywhere, but in elf especially, where elves are really frail, but they have a really high damage potential. So you never want to fight more than one of the scary elves at once if you can help it. Unless you're doing something crazy like immolation strats. In that case, just go wild. The more the better, right? That's Battle Axe of Venom. I'm going to start backing up towards the stairs. Oh, okay, well we just killed it with the crossbow. That's pretty nice. Ooh, that's a lot of elves at once. Too many. Put down a spire. He went invis, so it's we're 1v1ing him then. The spire's not going to help us. Can't see invis. Switch back our rings. Good. Spire, help me out. What are you trying to get? Scroll of recharging. I'll just leave it there. Yep, we'll ignore it. Can come back and get recharging if we really need it. Ooh, okay, they all saw me. I was hoping I could pull one out at a time. Not to be. Stealth to 13. It's still going? Yep, +8 still. That was one durable elf. We took a lot of summons there. Ooh, I really don't like the eye. Okay, it was a shapeshifter. Those floating eyes don't check your MR, so you get paralyzed no matter what you do, as long as they can see you. They're short. It's a short paralysis, so it's not as long as if it's a, I don't know, anything else, but still, if you watch the Deep Elf Wizard, you saw me almost die to one in slime. Alright, this Elementalist is a bit scary, which is why I'm backing up as well. Because when he blasted the walls, he made so much noise. I don't know what else was in this vault looking thing here. If there are a whole bunch of dangerous elves, they're probably all coming to me right now. I'm gonna go into ornate summoning. We got, okay, a trident. Oh, let's see what it is. Piercing, random rage, although I doubt they can. RN plus, int +4, stealth +4, that's kind of funny. None of those things really do anything, but let's go again. We got Foxfire. That one wasn't so exciting. Put down a Spire, and I'll start fighting. Electrocution, okay. I've been slowed. One of these elves slowed me. I'm probably okay to just start walking away. I've got my trident and my spire both sort of covering my rear. I mean, as in my rear escape path, not my literal rear. We got the floating eye. Looks like that vault has a bunch of shapeshifters in it, perhaps. That's how I read that. We're seeing 2. Whoa. Why am I trying to attack? Oh, because apparently I can't shoot him. I could see him, but I couldn't shoot him. Odd. Oh, because I could see him through the glass door. Never mind, that makes sense. So because I couldn't shoot him, the game assumed that I was trying to run towards him with my crossbow to batter him in the face. As fun as that might be, that wasn't the plan. We got another ornate destruction. No use. Okay. Alright, so we're up to our Elf 3 vault here. We've done 12 draws from this innate summoning. Let's see. I think I got a new one somewhere. Got a lot of new ones somewhere. There's an ornate summoning on Elf 1 that I've drawn 3 times from. Let's go grab that one. We'll do a swap. We'll drop the 9, or the 12 actually, and we'll pick up this 3 one. Okay, so back to Elf 3. And I think we'll wrap this one up here. So starting off the next one, we'll be charging into this Elf vault. And then after that, if we happen to pull through it, we'll be heading into depths. See you for that one.